Hey, Matty, Harlison, Les, afternoon to you guys. See that now? Trying to get the right size. Get everything. You can see everything. I think that's as good as I'm going to get it, I'm afraid. Unfortunately, when TikTok decide to give me the RTMP stream keys, then I won't have to worry about doing it this way. Let's make some money. John, this is day trading. Hey, Sugon. We've not started yet, Matty. I've just kind of starting to build out a watch list. Everything that we traded yesterday, pretty much down today. But not down by much. I'm quite surprised. So keep an eye on most of those. ATER, that's ATER, ATER. We traded that successfully yesterday and over the last few days. My eyes. And Casa is much break even on the day. Peru is slightly down. We're looking at 1230s, so 2.5%, holding most of its gains, which is interesting on the daily. Sev, which was the recent IPO we traded, we got the most money on yesterday. It was really good. And this is substantially down on the day. I'll say substantially, 6% down on the day, but we know with volume that can change very, very quickly. And STSS, which was a small one yesterday that we traded once it broke over $3, is probably selling off now. It reached its peak in power hour at 360s, but reached its peak as out of the blocks yesterday, 360s. Wrong chart. And sold off, so that's probably not going to come back. But rest, interesting. Not a lot of movers. I just need to put my filters back on for price. Not a lot of great movers. ALVR is the only one that's really moving this morning of decent level with decent relative volume. So, yeah, let's make money. Earth and Honeybee. John, this is my primary income stream, I would say. It's one of many side jobs. That's one of my many side hustles. But this is where I earn most of my money. You started early. That was an hour ago. Did you have you taken any win and a loss? Just don't be too eager to get in there, Matty. Don't be too eager. Just wait for the setups. Patience is a virtue, especially in trading. It only takes one quality setup to make your day, and boredom trading is, and I'm a devil for boredom trading. That's probably my biggest vice is boredom trading. So don't succumb to that. Morning, NASA. Good to see you. Well, can't beat a nice cup of tea. So this morning we're starting with $24,000. Well, just shy, $23,931.72 to be precise. So let's round that up to a nice $24,000. So just looking at my trader view stats. Oh, across. So this is based on profit, my profit and loss last while. Trading view stats, should I say? Trader view stats. So this is my performance over this last this month or for April so far. We had that big drawdown on the first, and it kind of set the tone. Then we had three green days, three profitable days. We had another big drawdown followed by a small one, and then we've been green ever since. So my overall drawdown, my cumulative P&L as of today, well, as of close of business yesterday, we're back green on the trade P&L. What this doesn't factor in is the let's make it smaller so you see. So this is the performance over the last month since the start of the month. Big drawdown, and then we had a couple more. So we've been playing catch up, but now we've actually caught up. So this is the cumulative P&L for the month. As of yesterday, what this doesn't take into account is commissions and charges. So I'm actually still about 7K down on the month with commissions and charges factored in. So although the trade P&L, we are back above water. So now we need to kind of build on that and see how far we can get to that. But yeah, it's been interesting couple of weeks. I had to come. I've got to be honest. I've not had to come from such a big drawdown in without actually having a bigger account, if that makes sense. Because I started with 30K, to have such a big drawdown was I mean, it was my own fault, but what's happened here? Are you trading? You're trading the forex, Matty. Good luck with that. Good afternoon, Zuggle. Good afternoon, Mumbles. What about tax? Well, have a good accountant. There's a lot of different ways. My advice to you is if you are trading and it's your primary income source, trade under an LLC or a limited company or form a company, and then you get charged corporation tax, which is less depending on where you are. And don't take a salary. Don't take a salary. Take dividends. It's the dividend tax is much less than income tax. Just saying. Matty, you're a glutton for punishment. You're just all over the place. You should just like you do you, but if you were saying to me, I would concentrate on one particular strategy. So that's one particular instrument. Now, from a day trading perspective. Now, if you're looking at other things as well, so investing and you're looking at swing trading at the same time, that's different. But if you're day trading and you're trying to trade multiple instruments, it's very easy to get distracted. Well, I find it very easy to get distracted. There's too much going on at once. But you do you, mate. Yeah, learning all of it, I totally agree. It's good to learn all of it and then find your niche and kind of double down on where you're having the most success. But yeah, by all means, learn it. I did a lot of that. Kind of tried a little bit here, tried a little bit there, and then I found my niche, which is the lower cap stocks. Thanks, Mumbles. Thanks for the YouTube engagement as well. And yeah, I mean, I tried to. Too many people try to appear smart on social media, like they know it all, and they've got less experience than I have. And they try and use all these different technical jargon and words and trying to appear smart. And at the end of the day, they're just confusing people. May as well just speak in real language that people understand. And, what is it they say, Les? A jack of all trades, master of none. No, but Marty, it's good to get an understanding of all areas, and I would recommend anybody doing that. Understand what, not necessarily trade it, what forex is. Understanding futures and trading the indexes. Understand what commodities are, etc. Understand what derivatives are and why we don't trade them on a intraday basis. That kind of thing. It's good to understand it, but you want to give yourself an edge in the market. And the way to give yourself an edge is trade with a strategy that's proven. And if you're jumping from one to another, you get this kind of strategy bounce, and you never get good at a particular strategy. That's only my own opinion. I know some people who are very adept at multitasking or turning the hand to multiple different things. And if that's you, you do you. I don't trade the FTSE simply because I don't find the volume in the FTSE. Coachman. The volume in the FTSE, you can get volatility the same way in most in most markets or on most exchanges, but the majority of people trade. The majority of retail traders are trading the US market. So that's where the volume is. So if you're like me, you're a pattern trader, you're a pattern breakout trader, then you're trading momentum. For those patterns to follow through and be reliable, the more volume you have, the better. The two things that we look for as day traders are volatility and volume. And volume is not as prevalent on the FTSE or the DAC or the Hang Seng or any of the other markets. It's much better on it's much better on the US markets. Everybody says that, Zoogle. I've even got one guy that swears that the Twitch stream is better than the YouTube stream. So, look, a lot of people like to see what's going on the phone or the tablet or whatever it is, and TikTok's great for that. I'm trying to give people, and I know that the chat kind of gets in the way a little bit from the scanners, but and certainly my face. That's not necessarily a bad thing covering up my face, but I'm trying to give people on TikTok visibility of what I'm doing. When I first started streaming on TikTok, they were effectively just watching me trade. And that was boring as hell. So they couldn't even see the charts. I had to do the trade, then take the camera and show and talk them through the trade afterwards. Now I can actually talk through the trade in real time, which is a lot better. Well, Matty, the what I would suggest is just learn chart patterns, learn technical analysis, because that's transferable regardless of instrument, regardless of time frame. You could be trading index, you could be trading crypto, you could be trading forex, you could be trading anything really, and the pattern setups are all the same. Well, I say they're all the same. They're very similar. They're very similar. Uh, the time frames, they're very similar. It's like fractals in a snowflake. So we've not got a lot moving at the moment. Just ALVR is the top gapper at the moment. So we are currently just watching yesterday the previous runners more than anything. Netflix. Well, Netflix sold off overnight. They disclosed they'd lost a huge amount of subscribers and customers, and that's understandable. People going through hard times at the moment, so Netflix is not an essential product. It's a luxury, and you know, everybody's getting those dodgy boxes or dodgy IPTV subscription services. It gives you the Netflix, the Disney Plus, and Amazon, and everything else. Besides, I'm not condoning that. That's piracy, but just saying that's what a lot of people are doing. So Netflix are losing money left, right, and center. So they've hemorrhaged overnight. However, what I will be saying is on the daily time frame, or even on the hourly time frame, it might be worthwhile keeping an eye on Netflix for a little bit of a bounce. I wouldn't say it's going to be a day trade because you're going to get a lot of chop. If you look at it at 1 minute, you're going to get a lot of chop. Even on the 5 minute, from an intraday perspective, you're going to get a lot of chop. But if you look at it on the hourly, look for the next candle to make a new high on the hourly, and you might get a nice bounce. So we've got this. This is Netflix. So you get a huge sell-off. So you know, close to $100. A third of it's a bit like Facebook a few weeks ago. So this is the hourly. You can look at it on the daily for a swing trade maybe, and this is yesterday's. So now we've got this one down here, and if we get above this tomorrow, we might want to take a swing trade for a bounce. Personally, I would say let's look at the hourly for a setup. Look at the 60-minute chart. Next candle to make a new high. Might be worth getting in there for a bounce up and have a tight stop, whatever it is, the previous candle over the previous candle. Netflix, big sell-off, but they will come back. That's one thing I will know about Netflix is that not only is it a great product, a lot of people love the Netflix. But if you're looking at this from an hourly time frame, you look at it from a 30-minute time frame, you might get faked out. So the lower time the lower time frames are going to, you're going to get a few fake outs here, because you can see here next candle to make a new high was here on the 30-minute, faked out and then pulled back, faked out and then pulled back. As you go down 15 minutes, even more so, 5 minutes, it's all over the place. So just be careful. The higher the time frame, the easier it is to trade a kind of a reversal. Yeah, Netflix is on sale today. I wouldn't buy it until at least you get, you know, the indicator of a reversal. So Zoogle, healthy volume, it depends on what we're looking for is healthy relative volume. Ideally a 2x, ideally a 2x relative volume. What I mean by that is, let's look at it. I don't know if you can see this here. Let me see if I can. Yes, I can't actually see it, but what I'll do is I will show you on the. I see it on the 5th. So you look for relative volume. So what does it normally do on a daily basis over, let's say, the last 3 months? How many shares are traded on average? You look at the average volume over the last 3 months, and then you look at today's volume. If it's higher, you've got a higher relative volume. So you want to ideally twice what the average volume is. So that's what I would be looking for in terms of healthy volume. It doesn't really matter, because the more liquid the stock, the more people are going to trade it. So you could get Bank of America, for example. You're going to get millions and millions of people trading it every single day. It's going to have huge volume. Is it healthy volume? Well, depends on what you're looking for. Is it going to create volatility? No. Or if you have relative high volume, that's where you're going to get volatility. And Zoogle, yes, there's a lot of it. There'll be institutional sell-off there. Absolutely, based on the news that they posted in their after hours conference. So yeah, there's institutional selling off, and the, you know, high frequency traders will be, it gets to a certain level, sell, that kind of thing. Yeah, Netflix is on discount at the moment. You look at this here, so Netflix sold, and this is what I'm talking about here. So this is the weekly chart. Look at the daily again. I'll zoom out so you can actually get this. Okay, we've just dropped this level here. We've just dropped 100 points, $100. Let's zoom in. You might be able to see it better. So I don't know if you can see this. We've dropped from here from 340 whatever to 250, or 350 to 250. That's what we've dropped from Netflix. If you look back at January, we had a huge sell-off from here at about 500 to 400. So we had $100 sell-off. Look what happened. It continued to sell off on the daily, but then we got this bounce. So the next candle to make a new high was here. We put the stop there at the low of that candle, and for a swing trade, we had a really good bounce for 3-4 days. That would have been a really good swing trade for Netflix. So look for that similar kind of pattern happening, because it will. It's not just going to keep selling off. It's going to reverse. So it may continue to sell off today, but on the daily, just look for a potential bounce, or even on the hourly. Some people say history repeats itself. It doesn't necessarily repeat, but it certainly rhymes. Let's have some soothing lo-fi beats. AMC going to rocket. What's it going to rocket to? Glocktopie. What do you think AMC is going to rocket to? Let me just have a look at the AMC with the lack of volume and the lack of available shares. Because you've got the thing is with AMC, it's currently 1872 on low volume, and it had a good day yesterday, a reasonably good day yesterday. It went up $1, well, $1.50 actually, but I was surprised it went back up to over $30 the end of last month. It really surprised me, but it was immaterial. It's can be volatile and you can get good moves, but it's not going to rock. The thing is with the AMC now is the majority of the float is owned by retail, and the majority of that retail, those retail traders are the ape community, if you will, the ape gang that are hodling it. They're not going to sell it. So if they're not going to sell it, that means nobody can buy it, which means that there's no price action to drive the price up. So you need, for volatility, for price action movement, you need transactions to take place. And for transactions to take place, you need people selling the stock as well as buying it. And if nobody's selling it, nobody can buy it. So you're in a kind of a catch-22 with AMC. Yeah, I did work in tech. I've worked for some big tech companies. I was a regional vice president of sales and marketing for a software company. I say software. We also provided backup, disaster and recovery hardware as well. But don't have any positions in place right now. There's nothing setting up for me yet. There's no volume or volatility yet. There's nothing moving. Some of these for Sev could be. We might get a continuation with Sev later today. I doubt it, but we might. Peru surprised me with its nice little moves yesterday. Never got green. Never actually got green. Oh, it did. It briefly got green actually, but it didn't actually move up. So it was a nice little pullback. Then I move up. So we've maintained a lot of the gains. We potentially could make another run up today. Peru. Qassar. That's consolidating sideways at the minute under the 650 level. 650 has been very important for CASA since it popped up originally. This is if I look at the 60-minute chart, you can see this. So this is, we traded this pre-market on Monday, and we got in relatively early and rode this up. Then it found this resistance. It went up to 685, but the resistance level here was really 650. Significant resistance level. So we got this resistance here at 650. It bounced at 575 and moved back up. It went over $7, but $7 is really the resistance level, not 716. It did go as high as 738 after hours on Tuesday. After hours on Monday, but it came back and found support at 650. Yesterday morning it moved up, came back down, broke 650, and then moved back up and found support. Now we're getting, it's ranging around 650. So 650 is proving to be very important for CASA. If we get another move up, we can pretty much guarantee that there's going to be a lot of buy orders at 650. If we get a move down there, it's going to be a lot of buy orders at 650. If we get a move down, we're going to get a lot of sell orders at 650. So support, resistance, it is interchangeable. Just beware that if we get any significant moves, you can actually use it as either support or resistance, depending on which way you're going. Well, this is ALVR. On the 1 minute time frame, we're just consolidating at the moment. It popped up, but just consolidating at the moment. Glock to play. Good, decent relative volume. I'd say good. It's decent relative volume. Decent catalyst as well. IO, I'll have a look at it. But see, I don't Glock to Pi. If you've joined my stream, you'll realise I don't usually trade stocks less than $3 in value. I don't usually trade stocks much less than $4 in value. But $3 is my absolute cutoff. So IO currently 75 cents. So it's doubled its price today. It's having a good day today. Currently pulling back on the 1 minute. 5 minutes up there for this minute. So it's a good, interesting chart. What's the catalyst on this one? This is the information. AO Geophysical wins a contract with Brunei Shell for digital solution. There you go, 5-year contract. That's why IO is gapping up today. It could move. This one could move. I'll be interested if it gets up like 500%, but probably won't be trading it until it's at least over $2. It could be good if you've got a small account and you don't actually have any leverage. This could be a good stock to trade. Just on the basis of the news catalyst and the way it's setting up. It's not a huge float either, so a 21 million float, reasonable short interest. That could be good for a move up to the upside, because what will happen at the bell is that people who were shorting it overnight are going to find themselves deep underwater, and they may have to cover. They might have to cover, or they might have to double down on the position. Either which way, we could see a move to the upside with this. Because if they double down on the position and it continues to go up, they could find themselves in even deeper water. So IO is looking good today. If you've got a small account, just wait for the patterns. Wait for the patterns to form. If you've got a small account, it could be worth trading intraday. not stock picks, not financial advice, but watch 85 cents as a level. 85 cents, if it gets back up towards 85 cents, I think it will go on another run. My opinion, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Why do I only trade $3 and above? Simple answer, but there's a couple of reasons for that, but the main one is my broker doesn't give me leverage on low price stocks. Some brokers don't mind. Some brokers will give you leverage on anything. But my broker doesn't give me leverage on anything below $2, and I only get partial leverage on between $3 and $4. So nice little bounce at the $$3 there. You know, the 75 cents level with IO. Just watch 85 cents because the high of day right now is 86, I believe. Yeah, 86 cents. So just watch 85. If you can get volume coming in at 85, likelihood is it will break 86 and get over 90 cents and potentially have a run up to the dollar. Then you watch the dollar level. The dollar level is extremely important. If we look at the daily levels, looking for key areas of resistance here. So I've marked this one out before, obviously. So dollar level is important and $1.50 is important. And $1.75. You see the top level here back in beginning of March, it went up to $1.75. Initially it got rejected at $1.50 and went up to $1.75. Got what's this level here? $1.20, $25, $1.25. So we've got there. So the quarter, half, and whole dollars are very important for this for IO. We got support at 90 cents and we got resistance at 90. So 90 cents is an important level. So if you get above that 86 with a bit of volume to get over 90 cents, it's found support and resistance there quite a number of times. I don't know what's louder, the music or my dog snoring. I think the majority of people only come onto this stream to hear the chow chow snore. These are itchy. Ladybug, let me have a look at it. I'll give you my opinion, but I'm not going to give you any advice in terms of stock picks or whatever. When did you buy into it, Ladybug? Yeah, absolutely, Glock the pie. It's the Optrex Optimist Double Action. So you spray it when it's for kind of dry and itchy eyes. Snoring with Tony's dog, absolutely. So when did you get into HYMC? What price did you get in at Ladybug? Because this is the 1 minute. 5 minute looks like the 1 minute. It's not doing anything. Let's look at it on the daily. It doesn't look like it's doing anything at all. Not since last year. It sold off last year, had this huge drop, then we got a bit of a cup and handle, and then we didn't get any breakout, so it's now selling off. So it's looking, on the daily, it's looking very weak. It's a continued downwards trend from last year. We had this, say, cup and handle, but it's selling off now. So if you're holding bags on this, I would just cut and run. Personally, not financial advice, but I don't like that. chart at all. We know that it can get lower. We know it has got lower. So we know it can get lower. It's been down as far as kind of 25 cents. Is it going to go lower again? Is it going to get back above $2? I don't think so in the short term. So very surprised. It did have a good run there last month, but that was more sector related than this particular company or this particular stock. So that's when we had this little rally was more based on the sector than the strength of this particular company. Just be careful with that one. I wouldn't. I certainly don't like the look of it. Just the lack of volume and range means that you can't trade it intraday, which means a lot of the investors, a lot of people, but the buying power that you're looking for there to move the price is going to be omitted because no day traders are going to trade this. Swing traders are probably not even interested in it either. Lack of volatility, the daily charts are not looking so strong. So you've got a lack of buyers to drive the price up. And the only time it's going to move is when the sector moves. So I would, depending on how much you've got in, if you're in there from a long-term perspective, I would put your money in something that you can actually make money on. I don't see much doing this. I mean, what's the range on this? I mean, look at this. It's got right now. It's got a 2-cent spread, so you can't even make any money on it. Literally just barcoding. Yeah, I think if I put it on YouTube, you know, you get those rain sounds. You get videos. It's just a picture of a video of rain, and it's rain and people, and you get millions and millions of views. I think I should just put a picture of her and loop it of her snoring, and she's cute enough, so people would just go to sleep and sleep with her snores. Just put that on YouTube, and it would boost the watch hours, I guess. I think there's better stocks to invest your money. So as a day trader, what we're looking for is mainly two things, Ladybug. So if you're looking to make money intraday, and anybody that was in HYMC from an intraday perspective probably wasn't making money. If you're looking to make money intraday, we need two things: volatility and volume, and they are intrinsically interlinked. But if you've got one without the other, you've not got a trade. If you've got volume but no volatility, so Bank of America has huge volume but very small range, it'll move up kind of 10 cents and down 10 cents or whatever it is. There's no range. You can't take advantage of that unless you're one of these high frequency trading machines that take advantage of the spread and you get incremental gains. You can actually do that. And conversely, you've got stocks with no volume that'll just make a big spike irrationally, and you can't take advantage of that move either. You can see it and you think, oh, if I just got in that, well, how would you know to get in there? There was no signal that there was going to make a move. So you need both volume for the consistency and predictability, and you need the volatility for the range. Otherwise, there's no trade to take. Well, Ladybug, you can fast track your learning. Just jump on the course. You can learn everything within the space of a month. So ATER, I'm watching this for a continuation because it's got a lot of eyes on it. The whole Wall Street bets brigade is still watching this. It's not about the volume. There's over 1 million shares traded with ATER at the pre-market, but it's about relative volume. So you look at how much does it normally do on a daily basis. So yesterday, for example, there was 97 million shares traded with ATER yesterday, and there was 85 million shares traded with ATER the day before. So over the last week, 185 million shares traded over this week already on ATA. 330 million shares traded last week, and nearly 350 million shares traded the week before. So you work that out, it's low volume today. It's relative low volume. There's a million shares traded, but it's a relatively low volume in comparison to what it normally trades at. Michael, that makes sense. I mean, let's pull up the ATA details and look at the key, because it's all relative. It's all relative. Pull up the little thing here. So this is Ethereum, and if we look at the key data, so we've got a 16% short float, which is why a lot of people on Reddit are saying it's a potential squeeze. I don't think it is a potential short squeeze. If you go back to GME, that was a genuine short squeeze last year, at 120% short float. So there were more people shorting it than there was more short shares than there was actual shares in the float. So, I mean, there was all kinds of issues around, illegal activities there. But if we look at the actual float itself, 60 million. This is recycling pretty much every single day, but more than every single day. On average, we're getting about 75 million shares a day traded. So for it to be trading 1 million shares today is not relative high volume, it's actually relative low volume. Now, the likelihood is that will change, because after the bell, we get the retail traders, the likes of the Robinhood crowd and the all the rest of the retail traders coming in, and they'll jump on the back of ATA and other notable stocks that are being talked about in Reddit forums, that encouraging them to buy and try and pump a stock. Now, they're not going to pump a 60 million float stock. It's just not going to happen. But certainly you'll get more volume coming in later. Okay, so just pull this across here. The data. When you open on Benzinga, when you open the actual ticker thing, you can get this information. It's right in front of you. So, got current session volume 1 million. Average volume over the last 3 months is 16 million. So it's way down on the average volume. And its key data is on the overview page. It's right in front of you on the first page. So and if you're not using Benzinga, check it out. The link's in my link tree or in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Hey Adam, what website software am I using to look at the charts? So here I use, this is Daytrading. I'm also using TradingView to look deeper into the charts from a charting perspective. I want to look at longer time frames. this is my trading platform. If I want to look at longer time frames beyond 6 months, because they'll only give me 6 months of data unless I pay for more. So I will go to TradingView to look for data, yearly charts or over the last 5 years or something. If I'm investing in something long term or swing trading, I might look at on TradingView before I'll place a trade on Daytrading. So this is Daytrading. These down here, these scanners that you can see at the top of the screen or in the middle if you're on TikTok, but at the top of the screen on YouTube, Adam, these scanners, these are off Benzinga. The links to Benzinga in the description. Check it out. As I say, all the data that you can get from Benzinga on any particular scanner. You get the notifications, you get the alerts, you get the news, rolling news, breaking news. You get IPO announcements, all that kind of stuff at your fingertips on Benzinga. I swear by it. It pays for itself every single day. Hey Lanang, I don't trade futures or crypto, not on this channel. I do trade through futures and crypto. I'm invested in crypto long term. I'm holding long term crypto, and I will swing trade futures. I'll also swing trade swing options as well. There's a lot of different things I will trade, But on this channel, it's dedicated purely to equity, stocks and shares. GME, you want to take a look at GME, Glocktopi? GME, this is your GME 1 minute chart. So I don't know what you're saying about it's, GME is wanting to test itself. It's at 153 on very low volume at the minute. Today on total pre-market or in the out of hours session, GME is only trading 9,000 shares. So there's nobody trading GME right now. Not to say that it won't test itself, and I follow Ryan Cohen on Twitter and the likes. There just is no volume right now with GME. Had a good day yesterday, like AMC, but it's just trading sideways at the moment. So it could have another good day. Will it? I don't know. But there's no trade hit here for me right now. It's not even going on the watch list based on the current volume activity. Nobody watching it. Thanks, Mumblesog. And Amando, I've already said I'm using Daytrader to trade, which is this one that you're looking at here. This chart. What you're not seeing is the rest of you. If you're on YouTube, you see a lot more, but you're still not seeing everything. You're not seeing my level 2. You're not seeing the tape, you're not seeing the orders, and there's a lot that you're not seeing that's on my desktop that is from Daytrader. So this is Daytrader, the profit and loss, which is nothing because I'm not taking any trades yet. In the middle of the screen is Daytrader. This is Benzinga, the scanners. These are only 2 of the scanners on TikTok, or 3 if you're on YouTube and Twitch. We've got, this is the news feed again on YouTube and Twitch. I've also got signals on my desktop here for halt, resume, day high series. My opinion for ATA. Well, ATA today, it's like I say, it's low volume today, so there's no setup right now. It move. I'm watching it because it's held a lot of its. Well, it's tracking fairly consistently around that kind of $5.50, $6 range, and it's not moved much over the last week. Moved up slightly. Certainly the last week, the last 4 or 5 days, it's pretty much been ranging in between $5.50 and $6.50. It's got a dollar range over the last 4 days and then today. So, but it's up. When you think about it, the beginning of April, it was down at kind of 220s. $230s. 1st of April. So the whole of April, it's moved up and it's doubled its price where it was, more than doubled its price. What am I hodling in crypto at the moment? I'm hodling Bitcoin, obviously, Ethereum, Cardano, and XRP. Those are my 4 long-term holdings in crypto. I've been thinking about getting into Solana, but we'll see. I'm going to wait for some volatility to come back into the crypto market with a bit of a bullish trend, if you will, to start before I take any more long-term positions. There's no point taking a new position just for it to sit there and consolidate, which is what the crypto market's doing right now. So ATA right now is not a good trade for today. That can change at the bell, like I said. I need to see more volume on ATA. Michael. Will I repeat my long crypto investment? Yeah, absolutely. So I'm holding long term for crypto. And the reason I'm saying I'm dollar cost averaging. So each month when I'm making profits, I've got to hopefully I'll be able to get into profit on April today. But each month when I'm making profits, I'm taking the profit and I'm reinvesting it in other areas. I kind of break it out into three sections. Obviously, the taxman wants his cut. Then I've got my cost of living, and you know, buy a couple of little luxuries every now and again, and then I reinvest the rest because I want to be able to go just part time, if you will, with trading in about 5 years. I can still do this as often as I want to, but I want to just get somewhere nice, somewhere warm, buy a nice little place overlooking the sea, and live the beach life, live the laptop lifestyle. That's what I'm actually looking at. And the long-term holdings that I've got, which include crypto, I think crypto will get at least 100% gains on my positions in the next 12 months. That's my own personal opinion, not financial advice. I think we'll see a 6-figure Bitcoin. I think we'll see a 5-figure Ethereum. And I think the other ones that I think XRP has been held back. Is very undervalued based on the whole Ripple lawsuit as well. So the network that then opens up, the Ripple network that then opens up to XRP and XLM this year, I think we could see significant gains from both XRP and XLM, even though I'm not holding XLM at the moment. Once this Ripple lawsuit is finalized, which it was a frivolous lawsuit in the first place. It should never have been brought. You can see there's not a lot on the watch list at the moment, or not say the watch list. We make our watch list based on this gap scanner. There's not a lot on the gap scanner. Certainly, if we're looking for things above $3, if I just take this filter off, you can see there is more on the smaller. IO is the top gapper at the moment. I did call that out earlier. Thanks to whoever it was on the chat highlighting this, but iron geography is geophysical is looking quite good today. That's over 100% gains. Wouldn't surprise me if that does get above kind of 80, 85, but that's the level I would be watching it at, is 85 cents if I was trading this level. We've got Windtree. Again, this is reasonable volume. Windtree Therapeutics, and that's up 40% at $1.40. We've got Clarus Therapeutics at 173, which is up 19% on the day. So, and that's on good volume as well. So there are some lower price stocks moving. That's just not what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for something with, a little bit pricier. You're looking at Apple. Had quite a big sell-off with and you want it on the hourly. I can get 4-hour time. Yeah, you've got a bit of a double bottom. It's a slanted double bottom. I'll just bring this across. So this is Trading View. You get better charting with Trading View, as I say. So, so this is Trading View. I'll just put it in my Trading View. This is Trading View. Bring this. See? Yeah, you can see this here. It's got a W, a double bottom, which takes the form of a W. Those of you that follow me on YouTube, there's a video there on YouTube about trading double bottoms. You've got a double bottom here, and I say that they can be kind of slantways. They don't have to be that, but you do that as well. So now what we're looking for is this is the area that we're looking. That's kind of the middle of the W. You've got a W here on Apple that is forming. Absolutely spot on there on the 4-hour time frame. Let's go back to Netflix on the 4-hour, because I was looking at on the hourly. And ouch. This is Netflix on the 4-hour. So this is where I would say would be a really good time frame to watch Netflix. Is going to be on the 4-hour. On the 4-hour chart. Look at it on the hourly, but on the 4-hour time frame as well, and look at the next candle to make a new high from a bounce up, and you can probably get a good $10. I would say set your target for a good $10 bounce from whatever the next candle to make a new high would be, and you eventually get $10 out of it. Now that being said, at $2.50 a pop, it is an expensive stock, so it's not a great stock to trade if you've got a small account. But if you've got gains sitting idly in a cash account or in a retirement account, it could be a good swing trade. Just watch for that reversal signal on Netflix. The reason I'm saying that is if we kind of zoom out on Netflix, you'll see we had a similar drop here, and then when we started to get the turnaround, saw the move up, and we got the bounce up. So history doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme. So the last time we had this big drop, we looked for the reversal, and when we got it, it moved up nicely. So just watch for a similar pattern forming for Netflix. So TradingView is a premium platform. So with TradingView, you can get all of the features for free, but they're limited. You can only have so many indicators on the chart at once, for example, or the data is delayed, or whatever it is. So there's a lot of things with TradingView, but it's more than sufficient for charting. The free version is more than sufficient for charting if you're using another platform for trading and everything else. So yeah, you can go onto TradingView, set up an account, totally free. You can get all of the charting, all the analysis tools, and everything, and it's not going to cost you anything. Am I happy after last night's results? Absolutely, Darren, absolutely. Humbling the old rivals yet again, 9-0 for the season. Oh, it's fantastic. I've not looked at the options string yet, Octopi, but that doesn't surprise me. I do short selling, just not very often. Like I say, I have my strategies, and the majority of my strategies are long biased. So yeah, I mean, I short when it's necessary, and the best time to short, I find, is when you see something getting really overbought, and hour is a good time to short. When you see something's clearly overbought, you've got very extended up candle, and then you get the change in sentiment, maybe a doji. If you're using Bollinger Bands or something like that, you might want to use it on the higher time frame, and then you can short for the reversal and the sell-off. And it might only be a consolidation sell-off, but still, short, you can still make money shorting. From an investment, $10 is okay for an investment, Master Flow. But if you're asking, is $10,000 okay for a day trading account? Absolutely. if you can afford to lose it, that is. Absolutely, as Glocktopie says. But ideally, you won't lose it. But $10,000, absolutely. If you're looking at, let's say you're looking at making 1% gain on a daily basis, $10,000, that's $100 a day. That's $500. That's $500 a week. That's $4 a month, or $2 a month. But 10 grand with, let's just say you get 4x leverage from your broker, that gives you $40,000 in buying power. And if you're looking for 1% gain on your buying power on an average day, small account, for 1% gain from a $40,000 buying power, that's $400 a day. $400 a day times 5, that's $2,000 a week. That's $8,000 a month. Well, and that's, see, Glocktopie, that's, I'm glad you said that, because that's absolutely the common practice. The majority of people get into stocks and shares and get into the markets, and they do so with a gambling mindset. That's why they lose. Over 85% of people that trade stocks and shares and trade equities on the markets lose long term. They're never profitable. That's 85%. That means only 15% are profitable. And if you're actually going back to Matty earlier, who's trading Forex today and also trading the indexes and everything else, if you include the other instruments as well, that number of losers goes up to 95%. 95% of people that day trade well, not every day, but get into day trading, if you include all of the instruments that they can trade, 95% of people lose money consistently. So yeah, gambling, don't gamble. Don't gamble. Have a mindset. You need to be able to manage risk, but you need to have a mindset that this is a job. This is a job like no other. If you're in a sales position, you're working for a company in a sales position, you have targets. And if you don't meet your targets, you get sacked. So think of this in a similar way. You've got targets. You've got to hit your goals. So you're selling for a profit. You're buying product and you're selling it for a profit. The product just happens to be equities. So it's no different than working for a company that's selling software solutions. You want to be selling it for a profit to make your goals or make your targets. And if you approach it with the mentality that it is a job, not a gambling pastime, you're more likely to be able to turn it into a profitable business for yourself rather than gambling and frittering your money away. Absolutely, Alistair. SHIB, I hope you're not holding SHIB long term. Well, I'm not going to say that you should or shouldn't hold SHIB long term, but I made money on SHIB on the run up from SHIB last year. And the fact that it didn't really move when Robinhood listed it this last week, that tells you a lot about its potential. People saying it's going to go to $1, it's not going to $1, it's never going to $1. If SHIB goes to $1, it's going to outstrip Bitcoin in terms of market capitalization by about 6 to 1. It's never going to happen. What platform am I using? I'm using Daytrader right now. DAS Daytrader. There's a link to it in my link tree. Lottos on GME. In options. It's never getting to $1 Glocktopie. Never getting to $1. Might go up. I'm not saying it won't go up, but it's never getting to $1. It would have to be huge burnage there would have to be huge burnage. And when you think about, okay, whose SHIB's going to get burnt? You know, they would have to reduce the coins in circulation by a huge amount. So there would have to be huge burnage for SHIB to ever get to $1. It's just never going to get there. Yeah, but the Bitcoin hitting 50k and SHIB hitting $1 is completely different stories. You know, at the moment, what is SHIB? About 25 cents per million? Something like that, I think it is. Quick look here. 35 cents a million. It's having a good day today. Good. I was right. It's not. It's 25 cents a million. You get a million SHIB for 25 cents. Or $25, sorry. And that in itself is absolutely, you know, it's mind-boggling. Basically, you've got 150 bucks in. Good stuff, Matty. Glad to hear you're not gambling. I think I'm attracting the wrong crowd here. I'm attracting the gambling crowd now. So that's okay. Everybody's welcome. Everybody's welcome. Let's just take it for what it is. I've not upgraded to the latest one. I got a notification the other day to upgrade to the latest version from Capital Markets, but I've not upgraded yet. So, I mean, it is Dash Trader with Capital Markets. They call it Traders Elite, but it's still Dash Trader. Let me just see if I can find that. From Capital Markets. 1A capital, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, so they sent me, I've got till Friday to upgrade. On Capital Markets. They sent me this last Thursday, so I've got till the 22nd, which is, yeah, Friday. So I can upgrade on Friday. Thanks, Glock2Pi. Options, I don't trade options with DAS. I trade options through Interactive Brokers, not Capital Markets. I know I can trade options with Capital Markets, but I prefer the options chain with Interactive. The way it's mapped out, I just find it a lot easier to use, and I think the spread's a little bit better than it is on Capital Markets as well. So the options chain in Interactive is, when I'm trading options, I trade through Interactive. It's probably the quick and simple way of me explaining that. We've got 20 minutes and there's not much moving, not much movement. We had ALVR. It's just traded, consolidated sideways. map out on the 5 minute whilst I've got it. The key levels. $7.50, 25, $7. Those are the key levels. Quarter, half, and whole dollars basically. In this half 650 area. Looks like we're probably going to have to wait for the volume to come in at the open. Hello, hello, Mab. You. Hi, Mab. What's the news here? This one's moving up now. And looks like it's moving up based on rumor of a buyout. Chinese biotech IMAB spikes on report of buyout interest. And it's reasonable volume as well in terms of relative volume. Right now, average volume is 1.1 million, and it's already at nearly 800k. So, IMAB, look at the chart. Don't like the chart though. Consolidated sideways. I'm going to add it, but there's nothing else to add. Consolidation level $15. $15 is important. I have done. $14 is also important. $4 levels. You find that the market likes round numbers. Just so you know. So that's why these quarter, half, and whole dollar levels are very important, because psychologically the market likes these round numbers. As you get into higher cap stocks, you'll find that the $5, $10, and $25 levels end up being very important. $15 level is extremely important right now, because that's exactly where the VWAP is. It's the whole dollar level. It's confirmed resistance and support, depending on look at it. 15 on IMAB is important. Right now, there's not a lot moving, so I'm just let's look at some of the stocks from yesterday. Did we got an increase in volume from ATA? No, ATA is looking miserable today. Sono Group trying to go green on the day. Peru way off at the moment, below the VWAP. That gets above the VWAP after the bell, could be interesting. CASA did on Monday well, just ranging sideways. Look at this on the 60-minute. You can actually see a bit of a gray line, if you will. Yeah. Downwards trend that way. Getting this upwards trend that way. So they're going to come to a head. If I just move these to include the wicks instead of, that could be interesting. But this arrowing triangle. But we might get a breakout today on Casa. I'd be inclined to say it probably break upwards. I'm going to leave those lines on. We're all just beginners, Matty. Got 13 minutes to the open. I think Netflix recovers today. I've just been saying watch Netflix on the, ideally watch it on the 4-hour time frame. There will be a bounce. Watch it on the 4-hour time frame for the next candle to make a new high. The next candle to make a new high on Netflix could be worth a swing trade. It might take 2 or 3 days, but if you watch it on the 4-hour time frame, it probably will bounce. If you look at it from when it last dropped in January like this, and it gapped down like this, it was about 2 or 3 days before you got the candle to make a new high, and then it moved up about $10. It's like 10 or 20 bucks. And if you set your target as a $10 target, and maybe put a $2 risk or $3 risk, you should be good for Netflix. That's not financial advice. Don't take that advice as financial advice. And if you do that and lose money, don't come after me. Don't sue me. I'm not a financial advisor. Just my opinion, only for entertainment and educational purposes only. What do you mean by DCA? Dollar cost averaging, Master Flow? Are you referring to dollar cost averaging? If you are 100 bucks a week, absolutely. That's 200 bucks a month. That's 400 bucks a month. If you do that for 15 years and then hold it for another 20, you'll be a millionaire. It is. I'm looking for a potential continuation. So, like I said, with Sev, we've got key areas. How's the SPY looking? That's a good question. It's up at the moment, so SPY up at the moment. It's on the 5 minutes, probably easier. This is the yesterday's closing price, so it's above the VWAP's in upwards trend. It's looking really reasonably strong. It's about 0.36% up. In fact, most of the markets are looking decent today. Look at the Nasdaq, that's up as well, and even the Russell index is up. In fact, the Russell's probably outperforming both the Nasdaq and the SPY at the moment. So yeah, I would say the markets are looking quite bullish today. Pre-market, that can change in an instant, and it can do so irrationally. You know yourself. And tomorrow, I think we've got some Fed announcements, or I think Powell speaking tomorrow. So that could change the sentiment in the market in an instant. Hey, Farron. Well, the market's not open yet. Not very well trained. Market's not open yet. That's why it's boring. I mean, occasionally we have really volatile pre-market, which is great when it happens. But at the moment, we've got 9 minutes before the market opens, and then we'll see what happens. There's nothing moving with significant volume. of volatility for at the moment. We're just getting Sev's making a move to the upside, which was the IPO that we traded yesterday. Very volatile it was yesterday as well. We were able to catch a few bounces on that, which is good. Make some good money on it. And we might get some catalysts. I would say watch for the momentum at the bell. I'll be switching the scanners over a little bit earlier, probably a minute early, because I'm not in a trade, so I don't have to worry about it. So watch for momentum to start coming in the first 5 minutes, and we'll see the stocks on the scanners. And then if we get that, if there's nothing, if I go back last week, I think it was either Wednesday or Thursday last week, there was nothing until, I think it was Wednesday. There was nothing until after about 10:05. And then we got some real good volatility came in. I'm into, overall, I've made 7 figures. Well, that's before tax. I've not made 7 figures in a single year, which is my goal this year. I'm behind schedule. In order to do that, I set myself a goal of averaging $5,000 a day. And April has been a bit of a washout so far, but we've still got, 5, 6, 7, 8 trading days left, including today. Well, let's put it into context. So I made 74,000. I made 130,000 in. Actually, that was gross in. So let me just pull up my little stats here. So I made 124,000 in February profit. I made 74,000 profit in March. That was the February small account challenge. I took a small account in February, just under $5,000. And we finished with 79,000. So that was an interesting month. So we made 74,000 in February. We made 84,000 in March, and currently we're actually down at the moment in April to the tune of $9,000. So we're still red. So hopefully we can put that. But make that green either today or tomorrow, or worst case Friday. I want to go green on the month this week. That's my goal for this week. Cash Callum, absolutely. If you're prepared to prepared to be disciplined, if you submerge yourself in it and learn the structure, and I'm teaching people to do exactly that. Can't find 1 minute on TradingView? Why not? Well, so this is the TradingView. I don't know if you're on the web or the app, but it should be the same. You go here at the top corner. Can you see that? Alpuno. On TradingView, you go there. It's got the time frames. It pulls it down. You can get by the second if you want, by paying for the premium service, but the free service you can get 1 minute there. That's your 1 minute time frame. I hope that helps you. Yeah, so go back to you, Cash Callum. If you're prepared to be disciplined and not approach it with a gambling mindset, manage your risk, and go slow, then yes, you could be profitable. And I'm teaching people on my course. I'm teaching people how to do that. It's about building slow, build your knowledge, and just base hits. Don't swing for the fences every time. That's the thing. Yes, I do. Again, check the course, the website where the course is. I have you can book by the hour or whatever it is. But if you're on the course, you're getting my attention anyway. So either collectively or individually, not a problem. That's no problem, El Puma. Got 4 minutes to the open. Surprised at the lack of volume today, to be honest. LVR's making a little bit of move to the upside now. Key level. Rejected at $7. Make more. You can make. The thing is with day trading is it's a fast track to making money and increasing. You can outperform the market if you trade with an edge. But if you're thinking of doubling your money every day, that's gambling, and you're not going to do that. I can count on one hand how many times I've doubled my money in a single day. I have done it, but it doesn't happen very often. Where's the course? Good question. So here's my face. This is the TikTok stream. So if you go into my actual profile and you see the link that says TikTok Trader, you click the TikTok Trader and go through to the link. First link at the top. That's the course that I'm talking about. Honestly, the header. This is the link that I'm talking about. Okay, this is Day Trade with Tony. You get to learn technical analysis. You get to learn all the concepts of day trading, what technical indicators to use, and the strategies that I use. Here's the full syllabus. The first lesson, actually, you can see that free on my YouTube channel. I've uploaded it on the YouTube channel as an introduction. But you get all of this involved in the course. Right now, I'm also including my fledgling swing trading course as well. So this is the first section of my swing trading course. This will become a separate course in due time once I've built it out. But you get access to that as well. So you get the day trading course, you'll get a swing trading course, and a bunch of bonuses as well. And all for the budget price of $120 plus tax. So depending where you're sat, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm sat in Ireland, so it works out at $140 for me, which is about £120 or 130 euros, which whatever it is. If you want to subscribe for a longer time, you can get discounts or get better pricing for subscribing to a longer term, either a quarterly or annual plan. It is a subscription service. You can cancel at any time, and if you're not happy at any time within that first 30 days, I'll give you your money back. It's that simple. And if you want to know if I'm profitable, if I'm actually making money, then check out the TraderView reports here. It's got all my statistics of the 3 months that are posted, and I've got the corresponding broker reports posted below it as well. So that's where the course is. While I've got this up, whilst the market's just open, so I will come back to that a little bit later, and I'll change the scanners over to regular market. And we'll look for some momentum to take place. So you need to put Gigi, you need to select indicators and select volume. You need to put volume on your trading view. It's one of the indicators that you need to have. Casa. Peru, where are you? Later, selling off. Keep my eye on that one then. Buy's having a good day. Not petting you, the market's just open. Go away. Let's see this break 725. Key level. And support at $7, move up to 725. Peru's above the VWAP. Good volume, that's the problem with it. So I like the move, but no volume. Catalyst. Offering to employees via benefits plans. Not got enough volume. 39,000 traded after the market's opened. Looking for movement volume wise. Is that previous resistance level. Looking for a break of 725. A lot of chop. Just be careful, guys. There's a lot of chop. It's sideways moving at the moment. Just don't. There's nothing. There's nothing really jumping out. There's no harm waiting for a stock to really come with some momentum and a setup that's really nice. Patience can be a virtue in trading. It really can. Sometimes the best trade that you take is the one you don't take. The best trade of the day is the one you don't take. Like Casa now. We've been looking to get in as it moved up, and look at that sell-off. Ouch. Somebody unloading there, big time. That's Peru's trying to make its way up. Not on huge volume either, so a lot of these are just they're not moving on huge volumes. Just be careful, guys. I'm looking at the momentum scan and the things that are moving. It's like 10k, 50k in terms of volume of shares traded over 15 minutes, and that's just not good enough. Just be patient. Yeah, well, if another stream would pump in Cassie, you could pretty much guarantee that that's where they're the ones that unloaded. A little bit of a rejection there, 725, $1 level. What we were going through then. Kicked out. Get up there and do it again. Taking 5,000 shares. That's about $35,000 worth of equity. Break of 725. Hitting resistance there. Tapped it again. Don't mind that. Third time. Well, that's the breakout that I'm looking for. I wanted 10 cents at least. 35. That's a big move. Profit. To my stops into a halt. There we go. There's the halt. I managed to get filled just before the halt. Happy days. So average buy 754. Stop up to 760s. That gets stopped out. I'll get out with the rest as well. Okay, so we're just halted now with a volatility halt with ALVR. We've locked in 625. We're holding 1,500 bucks in the position at the moment. We've got 5,000 shares in the position. Well, I think with TradingView, if you're using the free version, you don't get constant good data stream. That's the problem with TradingView. For quality service, you have to pay for one. It's good. It is a good service for free, but you get what you pay for. Subscriptions only. It's actually not that expensive, the TradingView subscription, the premium version. Just place the trade, Matty. We're in. Our first trade was ALVR. That will 9:39. That halted. It's 9:40. So 9:44. It'll resume. Okay. What else are we looking at, guys? Funnily enough, for the guys on the course, you'll see that if you go back to the watch list in the Discord, you'll see that ALVR was called out on the Discord as well. Oh, yeah. Called that out at 12:45 my time. So that would have been 7:45. Called that what I called it ALVR out. He scored. Getting good at this building watch lists. You ain't on the bridge. No, it's not always a 5-minute halt, Toysillo. It can be a 10, 15, 20, or 30-minute. The longest I've been caught in was a 30-minute, and it was the best halt I ever had because it gapped up 25% and made me $67,000. So that was a good trade. I bought into a trade for a breakout. It moved up into a halt. I think I bought 25,000 shares for the breakout. It moved really quickly into the halt, and it gapped up 25%. And so it was kind of $12 when I bought it, and it halted into the halt, and then it gapped up. It was over $15. I think it was like 76,000 or something. And when I exited the position, I got a lot of slippage. Obviously, when you're unloading a position of 25,000, and got a good profit out of that one. That's my biggest ever profit on a single trade. Put my jacket on. What time are we on? For a minute. Really again. See, the key here is A, one, managing risk, and B, being patient and waiting for the right setups. Okay, it's going to halt up slightly, the gap up slightly. Look at it, 790. Stopped out then. Made $2,000. Happy days. I get back in as soon as we find the entry point. Stopped us out. Just gave half of it back. That pullback. It's okay, we'll watch for another entry. Yeah, I made $67,000, not pounds, Alistair, dollars. Well, night night, Master Flow. Sweet dreams. Looking, what else is there? Nothing with good volume. This one is the main stock. It's got the volume and of course the volatility. Trade is ALV or Alvia. Scapping up on positive FDA news. Also Netflix. Netflix, watch the 4 hour for a reversal indicator and for a bounce. That's my thoughts on Netflix. Easy Fugazi, absolutely. Watch for a bull flag on the 1 minute on. Add that 1,000 back ish. Stopped out for break even on the rest. Oh, easy come, easy go. Absolutely, what Alistair said earlier is for easy Fugazi. We made 2,000. We gave half back. We've just made that. We made another 800. So we're currently 1,875. That's finding support at this $7.5 level at the moment. So if it breaks below that, and it just did do, say it's next support levels 7.30, $7.25 level. Otherwise, we'll wait until. But did you see the setup there, guys? I'll just walk you through this at the moment. So we got this initial extension bar, this initial pole, if you will, move up from. It started here at kind of $7. We had the move up. I got in for the break of the $0.25 level. I did call that out pre-market as a key level here. So we got the break of the $0.25 level. It moved up. I took profit at 25 cents profit at the $0.5 level. Added to the position up here, but it moved all the way up to kind of 8.13, and then it started to pull back. Then the first candle to make a new high was this one. That's your bull flag setup. So that was the entry, and we moved up and we took profits there. Probably could have got at $8, but we got rejected at $8, key psychological level, and that's when the sell-off came. We took half of our position off there for a profit, and we exited the rest for break even, just over break even. So, classic bull flag setup. Absolutely, Alistair. How long do you expect it will take studying my course? Well, you can do it in a month. I would recommend that you take 3 months. Personally, you've got access to the content from day one. You can get through the content from day one, no problem at all. But it's how quickly you learn and you digest all that. I personally would recommend 3 months. That way you can actually put the principles into place. You can use me as a mentor during that time, and then when you're making a loss on the simulator, of course, you can show me the trades, and I can give you some constructive criticism on what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and slowly and steadily improve your trading knowledge and improve your trading performance. So you can subscribe to a month if you're getting the joy from it, if you're getting the benefit from it, and your knowledge is increasing, your technical awareness is becoming better, then you just either continue running it and let it auto renew, or if you subscribe for 3 months, you get a discount in the first instance. Or if you're not happy after 30 days, just get a refund. If you feel you've got all the knowledge from the course at that stage, just cancel your subscription with a few days to go. You know, it's up to you. Yeah, you can review the lessons. Once you're on the course, you can watch the lessons as many times as you want, Masterflow. You can I've even printed because the lectures, I've done PowerPoints for the lectures, and I've even printed the lectures in PDF format for you to review as well. And there's a lot of reading material, legitimate reading material that you can get in there included as well if you want to. So I was able to take profit on that red candle, yes. So as it moved up, I took profit, and as it pulled back, I got stopped out for break even on the remaining position. Bailey test, plus 500. For investing, it's not bad. For swing trading, you can use it. For day trading, it's not a great platform. It's a bit like eToro. It's good to learn about investing and how the market works. It's not great for day trading. Well, don't forget to join the Discord and the Facebook group as well, Yashimid. You're not paying extra for those. When you sign up for the course, the Discord link will be linked on your welcome on the welcome page. Here we go. Wait for $8. Fell down a bit. Missed this again. Another bull flag setup, and I missed it. Reversal setup. Guys, you'll be the death of me distracting me like this during trading hours, during the open. First half an hour, that's the busiest time. 8:02. 5-minute bull flag setup. A little bit of resistance at $8, so just watch. And if you were using a trading platform, if you're watching this on a trading platform, watch the ticker, watch the speed of the ticker as it approaches a resistance or support level. Watch the speed of the ticker. It's approaching a support level and it's on its way down. If the ticker slows down, then there's not as many people buying or trading it. If it speeds up, it means that people are buying it up and it's likely to reverse. Same with if you're approaching a resistance level. If people are trading it quite actively, the ticker will move a lot faster. That you'll get the volume follow through. But the ticker is a good indication of volume. You don't just have to look at the volume bars or the volume indicators. You can watch the ticker tape. Don't try and day trade on a phone. Please don't try day trading on a phone. It's just not sufficient. You need the right tools for the job. You can trade on a phone by all means, use the Revolut or eToro apps or whatever it is, but don't try day trading on a phone. Just not a sufficient platform. For day trading, I've got Interactive Brokers linked in my link tree as a good broker to use. The trading platform's okay, Trader Workstation, I think it's called. But you can also use Dash Trader with Interactive, which is what I use and is what I'm using today in Interactive. But my broker I'm using today is Capital Markets. They give me slightly better pricing and they give me better leverage than Interactive do on the margin account. But Interactive are a good broker and they're accessible to everybody. Not everybody likes to trade with an offshore broker like Capital Markets. So even Capital Markets have their own trading platform. They offer Sterling Trader and they offer Dash Trader as options, but Capital Markets is the trader I'm using right now. It's in the software platform. It's not a web-based GUI or anything like that. So there is a phone version or a mobile version, but I don't recommend it. So level 2 is where you see the orders placed. The ticker tape is the orders being transacted. Waiting for this $8 breakout. No problem, Bailey. Do I use level 2? Absolutely. I don't rely on level 2. I don't trade on level 2. I know some traders that they only look at level 2. But I found level 2 can be manipulated, but people just placing in bogus orders and cancelling them, just kind of trying to manipulate the market, placing large bogus orders that are never going to get filled. But what level 2 is good for is just that additional confirmation. So for risk management, you want as much confirmation as possible. Level 2 is great for confirmation because if you're coming to a support level, you'll see the orders already placed at that support level, so you feel comfortable buying at that level, knowing that there's big support there. Same with resistance. If you see that you're coming to a resistance level and there's big orders placed there, the likelihood is you may wait to the actual break before you place your order, rather than wait for the break and placing your order just before the break. So that's what level 2 for me is good for, is support and resistance confirmations. Stop at break even, a little over better than break even. I've just I took a position of 5,000 shares here, and then that was what did I get in? 809, and then I took half of a position off at 31 cents, 831. Just placed a stop at 812. I'm going to put it up to 850, 860 as it pulled back. Make a bit of profit on this half as well. So I was waiting. Key level there was the, and I just got stopped out. The key level was the $8, and you can see that the volume came through with the $8. As we broke $8, that's when the volume really spiked up, and that's when I got in for the break of $8. I could have placed an order, what's known as a stop order for kind of 802, something like that, and it would have got filled. But if I got slippage or not, it was moving fairly quickly, so I'm still might have only got filled at 809 because when I'm placing orders, I place limit orders with a little bit of leeway. So sometimes I get a bit of slippage. Yeah, I can place a buy order, but the problem with placing a buy order, as I say, if I place a stop buy order, as it breaks at $8, I want to see the confirmation of the break as opposed to just a fake out. So we're currently 2,600 in profit at the moment. But yes, you can place. It's known as on the Daytrader. It's a stop buy order as opposed to a stop loss order. So it buys at a certain level. This is Daytrader. Excuse me. $8.50. So it's respecting these psychological levels very well. This was 30. Oh, $8. That one up. For scalping 1 minute, you can't scalp on anything less than a 1 minute. The very nature of scalping is you're taking advantage of a quick move. So if you're scalping, it's on a 1 minute time frame. If you're looking at a 5 minute time frame, you're looking for the patterns and the breakouts on a 5 minute time frame, you trade it on a 5 minute time frame. But it can still happen in less than a minute. So what I mean by that is that you're setting your targets and you're setting your risk. So if you set your target is a 25-cent target, you might set your risk at 10 cents. And if it goes up, instead of 25 cents, it only goes up 15 cents and then pulls back, you're not taking any profit. Now, you could take profit early if you want to. You've not taken any profit. And it might pull back, and it might pull back kind of -5. It's not hit your stop loss yet. So if it then pulls back -5, you're kind of kicking yourself because you've lost 20 cents. You need to get away from that mindset. You put a plan in place before you got into the trade, and you need to execute your plan. And if it ends up pulling back and stopping you out, it pulls back and stops you out. So what? There's another trade around the corner. What else is moving? LLAP. Wow. This is moving nicely. Why? Okay, so Jeffrey's coverage. Terran Orbital. A lovely, lovely little bull flag. We could have got in here at 620 if we'd just been a good 25 cents out of that. Just been quick enough. I have this flag in 640, 646 on the 5 minute chart. Look at the 5 minute chart. I have this one at 646. So if we're looking at it from a 5 minute bull flag, that will be our entry point. The next candle to make a new high, which is this candle. If this goes up to 46, we can get in. Just taking smaller size now. At the moment, I'm using the volume weighted average price, VWAP. When I'm trading intraday like this, I keep my charts relatively clean, and that's really the only indicator I need. If I'm start looking at higher time frames, I'll use the 9, 20, and 200 EMAs. I'll use Bollinger Bands. I'll use RSI. Occasionally the MACD. Got in a little bit early there, but broke out anyway. So that's the 5 minute bull flag. Thousand shares. 10%. 10% risk on this. It's only 1,000 shares, but nice hits. Right, now it's gone up there. I'll move it to break even. There I go. Oh, that's 140 bucks. Happy days. Nice little base hit there. Thoughts on Tesla earnings? Oh, I think you might see a little bit of a run on Tesla. I'm not. Thing is, whenever I've tried to trade Tesla intraday, it's always gone against me, whether I've been bullish or bearish. So this is Terran Capital, by the way. The ticker is LLAP. Show any signs of slowing down. Get into the break of $7. Wanted to start a position there. It continues to move up. I'll add to the position. Increase my size. I'll just scale in. $41's the hold level. Move into a halt. Use the hold level now. Halt. Managed to get out. Nice. 1,400 bucks. We're 4,000 up. Need to get rid of this sell order because it's a reposition already. Okay, so those of you watching on YouTube and Twitch, you can see my montage here. And my montage where my hot buttons are, you'll see a little section there that's got LDLU. And that says the level down and level up. Those are the halt levels. So on my montage, it tells me what the halt levels are. That's the answer to Rat Clark. You can't see it on TikTok, but if you're watching on YouTube or TikTok or YouTube or Twitch, you can see it on Twitter either. I do enjoy trading. I do enjoy it. To be honest, I enjoy trading, and I've only been teaching it now for a couple of months, but I'm enjoying teaching it as well. And I would encourage anybody, once you get to a proficient level where you can teach it, I would encourage you to do that, because it makes you analyze your own trading as well, and look at how you're trading, why you're trading, etc. It makes you a better trader. Looks like the YouTube stream is very, very delayed. YouTube stream still going, and already out, so I'm gonna have to press that on my. my software. Already out, so I'm gonna have to press that on my software. 1,000 bucks. 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 1 latency. I'm going through restream, but I'm gonna have to have a look at that, see how I can make my latency a lot better. Apologize to my YouTube streamers that are a good couple of minutes behind, long couple of seconds. I'll see how I can address that. It's on, yeah. See if I can chat settings. Stream settings. Let me see if I can. Oh, I'll have to look into it. Once the stream finishes, I will look into it in more detail. But yeah, it's about 40 seconds delay. Oh, absolutely, we all like a green day. This is a really good green day because my commissions aren't high either. I've not been getting stopped out and having to re-enter and doing all that kind of stuff. So no, I guarantee that even on the phone it's delayed. There is a latency on the stream for TikTok, but the latency on I was looking at the stream on a restream for TikTok and so for YouTube and Twitch, and I was already in the halt, and it should be 14. So we've got 40 seconds. 40 seconds to the to the. I'm not in it, so it doesn't matter. We've got 40 seconds to resumption with this one, LLAP, and I can't see if it's going to be up or down. It is, yeah, it's going to gap up. It's going to move up. So I'm seeing this at 780s, 790s. So this is going to gap up. There we go. Gapped up. It indeed gap up. It's going to pull back and sell. So look for an area to get in because it's looking strong. Pulling back now. So the high of this one is 65. High 65, a bull flag setup. I like to trade bull flags and flat tops probably the most. Those are probably my two favorite patterns. I really like flat tops, flat top breakouts. Bull flags tend to, tend to present themselves more common. Flat tops probably less common than a bull flag breakout. But I know 760. It depends on the momentum. You can get in if it's got really good momentum and it moves up into the halt fast, then the likelihood is it's probably going to gap up. But be careful, because when they do gap up, very often they pull back and sell off straight away. For a little while at least. Yeah, Netflix is going to continue to probably sell off for a bit. What I'm saying is watch Netflix on the 4-hour time frame. If you're into swing trading, watch it on the 4-hour time frame and look for the first 4-hour candle to make a new high, and you'll probably get a nice little bounce there for about a good $10. Take 1,000 shares of Netflix, and if you get a $10 bounce, you'll make $10,000. Risk maybe $2,000. Risk $2, should I say? If you risk $2, you're risking maybe $2,000 for the chance to get $10,000. That's what I would say with Netflix. It would be a this is now needs to bounce at the VWAP, which it's just starting to do now. Possible entry at 730, 738. Please don't try to copy me blindly. Don't try to follow my trades blindly. I would hate to be the reason why you lose money. And as we've already established, there is a delay on the stream, quite a substantial delay on the stream. So please don't try to copy me blindly. I would much rather you join the course and learn how to spot the setups, and you don't have to copy anybody. You learn how to select stocks and utilize the scanners effectively, and you won't have to copy anybody blindly, because you'll spot the setups, you'll have the stock selection from the scanners, and you'll be able to make money all on your own without anybody else. It's great if you've got somebody else to talk to about it. That's what we're building in the Discord. Nice little community to have a chat with. Of course, you've got my stream as well, but bounce on the VWAP here with a bit of volume, break $7, all very important levels. Breaks down below the VWAP, it might just a little bit too far. Oh, a little bit of movement here. Green candle. Okay, what else is moving? Volume. A little bit of resistance at $7. I want to see break of $7. Dollars is key for me. I've taken that for at 690 for the bull flag breakout, but the resistance at the whole dollar level would just stop me from doing it. So I'm just taking a position there at the break of $7. See the move up now, 725, 710, 725. off there. Add the rest up. Oh, top 10. Okay, so we just made a bit more. A few extra quid, but we're over $4,000 profits on the day. So did you see the bull flag setup? If you just guys, did anyone see the bull flag setup? You've got the downwards channel, first candle to make a new high, which was here. It was 690, 689 was the bull flag setup you get in there, but I would err on the side of caution there because it's so close. If you're looking to get 10 cents, yeah, you can do that. Get it at 689 and take profits at $7, 6.99. But I was saying that, you know, $7, you're going to get the whole dollar resistance level. So I didn't want to take that because I wanted to get at least 15 cents on that. Now I got, so what did I get in the end? I got 10 cents out of that. So I could have taken the original bull flag setup because I only got 10 cents on the share. Good stuff, Richard. 300 up, happy days. Just be careful now, guys, because this is now showing signs of weakness. It's we're getting the third red candle in a row on the 5 minute, so it's showing a bit of weakness. It's almost it's breaking below the VWAP. If this breaks below the VWAP, it might be time to look for the next one. Talking of the next one, Nexi. Hit the scanners on very low volume. Not going to trade that. Low volume. What did ALVR do in the end? Okay, so it's sold off from... We were up at the highs here at 850s. And it's sold off since we traded it. So that's all right. We did the right decision to move to something else. So I'm happy with what I've got so far, $4,000. That's a good day. It was 4,000 yesterday, it was 4,000 today. So that puts us on track for getting green on the month this week. We have 2 more days like this. Why did I exit early? What do you mean? What do you mean, Jack? Why did I exit before into the halt and take my money out? It's all about personal preference, and in this particular circumstance, I didn't feel that the halt up was going to help me. I felt that if it halted up, it was going to swing down again fairly quickly. So I just exited the entire position. I was surprised he actually got exited because I could see that we're at the halt level, but it hadn't quite halted. So I was surprised I got filled. That doesn't usually happen. It didn't get filled. It would have just left the order there. Order would have basically been filled on the way back. Netflix. How are we doing today, Netflix? Let's look at it on the 60-minute. Yeah, just selling off. Continue to sell off. Not had any. There's been no candles to the upside on the hourly, which is what I'm saying is watch for the hourly. Don't get faked out by a 5-minute candle or a 15-minute candle that's moving up with Netflix. Wait for an hour, at least an hourly confirmation for a bounce. Ideally wait for a 4-hour confirmation. You'll get at least $10 to the upside when you get a bounce. At least $10. If you go 100 shares, you'll get $100. Granted, 100 shares is over $2,500, but it's $20,000. but you can get you'll get at least a $10 bonus, probably 20. Just wait for that confirmation. It's too expensive to be trading it, you know, intraday for a small account. LVR still 40% up on the day, but it's selling off. It's below the VWAP now, so that's not looking great. Terran Orbital is also looking a bit weak, below the VWAP. So tradable stock. What about our previous runners? ATA. That's not looking great today as it happens. 9 million shares traded. Still low for ATA. It's normally like 15 million daily. ASA. That's sideways. Bit of a sell-off at the open, and it's been sideways. So this might do a red to green later in the day. Peru. This is steadily selling off now, so I think it's had its day last week. It's slowly retracing back to regular levels. This will probably be back down to kind of $6, $7, $5, $6 next week. There's something else that saves it. What was our recent IPO? Again, that sold off and then moved sideways. So not huge volume, comparatively speaking, from yesterday. What did we do yesterday? 96 million shares volume yesterday, whereas today we're 6 million. Oh, way off. Okay, that's about it right now. Just wait for something else to rear its ugly head on the momentum scanners. On the last trade I took, you took profit at 10 cents. Yes. So that's what I was looking for. That's what I did with the move. I took profit at 10 cents because I didn't think that it was worth 20 cents. So I'm risking 5 cents to make 10. I'm risking 10 cents to make 20. And I didn't think that the risk it was for me. I didn't think the risk out was worth 10 cents. That's why I took profit at 10 cents, and then when it pulled back, I exited just under break even. Actually, a little bit of loss on the remaining position. Now, I don't trade those. So those are ETFs which follow the market. So if I look at the triple Q, for example, the Qs. So this is Invesco, and it's the triple Q is looking. It's an Invesco ETF that tracks the Nasdaq. All the Qs track the markets. So it could be the S&P, it could be the Dow Jones, it could be the Nasdaq, whatever it is. And the derivatives. I would much rather trade the instrument that make up the derivatives than the derivatives themselves, because you'll get with the derivatives, you'll get a move which is a really volatile day is 2%. You've got to take huge leverage to make any money with it. Whereas today, for example, our top gap was 40%, and it's a relatively quiet day. So Alvia went up for over 40%. There's much better volatility on the instruments that make up the derivatives than there is on the derivatives themselves. So no, I don't trade the derivatives. Invest in the derivatives longer term because they're tracking the market. Absolutely, if you know that value investing, you just put it in there and just forget about it for 5-10 years, and that's fine. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing and probably applies to day trading. Absolutely, a little bit of knowledge, and you think you know it all with day trading, and you lose money. That can be a problem, Jack. Just be careful with your risk. That's why it's better to learn a proven strategy, practice it in a simulator before you put any money on the line. That's what I would say. So just going back, just go back to what I was doing before just before the bell. So this is my face again. So here's my profile. And as I say, if you go into my profile and you click on this link here, the TikTok trader, it brings you through to my link tree. Once you go through it, it brings you through to my link tree. So to learn how to trade, to learn the strategies that I'm talking about, this is the course that I put together for you guys, based on you asking me. So this is by demand, not by design, but it's proving to be very useful for the people that are taking it, and of course it's useful for me as well. But so this is the course. This is the course. If you click through there, this is the course that you get. And so day trade with Tony. You get started. All the things that you need to learn: how to read stock charts, how to find stocks to trade, how to do technical analysis, spot windows of opportunity, spot areas of support, all of those things. I'll teach you all of that. What kind of, from a technical point of view, what is level 2, how to use it, and the ticker tape, what is VWAP, how to use that, technical indicators like moving averages, relative strength index, all of that kind of thing is covered in the course. This is the syllabus. Just check it out. Go through the syllabus yourself. You get a lot for it. There's over 17 hours of in the course of lecture material, and there's reading material that you can use as well. There's over 17 hours of lecture material that you can. There's an introduction to options trading as well. I'm going to be expanding on that as part of the swing trading course. So you're getting, as a bonus with this as well, you're getting a fledgling swing trading course, which I just added this last weekend. I'll be building the swing trading course out, and when that's complete, it will be a separate course to pay for on its own, or you can bundle it. I'll put bundles together for you anyway. But at the moment, this is what you're getting for £120, 130 euros, or $140, whatever it is. It's a subscription basis. You can get access to all the content from day one, from the first day. You can go through it all in a month. I would recommend subscribing for 3 months for $350. But take the first month. If you're not happy, I'll give you your money back. If you are happy, just let it roll on. It's cost you more that way, but otherwise, I'll take 3 months. And if you're not happy after 30 days, I'll give you your money back. You know, I can't say fairer than that. I am profitable. Just keep scrolling down. I'm profitable. This is my broker reports. It's my TradingView journal reports. So I am profitable. Now, people want to know how I find stocks to trade. So this is Benzinga in the middle of the screen on TikTok. This is Benzinga. If you're wondering what I'm talking about in YouTube, all of the links I'm talking about now are in the description in YouTube and Twitch. But this is Benzinga. These scanners are just part of what Benzinga does. Just these scanners alone pay for. Not only does it pay for Benzinga, but then some. I get a lot of my profits from there. So if you think about this Terran Orbital LLAP. We just made $1,400 on LLAP as that hit the scanners. We were trading ALVR and LLAP hit the scanners. And we were able to quickly switch tickers and make a profit. That's down to Benzinga. I was able to quickly check what the catalyst was, check what the relative volume was, check, pricing, everything else, and then find a position to get in safely. So Benzinga helped me do that. Benzinga, if you click through, you can try it out for free. 14 days free trial. Check it out. It is a great tool. It's worth the money. It's worth its weight in gold for me. You don't have to pay for it. You can use free scanners if you want, but free scanners are usually delayed data, and they're not as intuitive as Benzinga is. Benzinga is extremely intuitive. I find it fantastic too. What else is on the link tree for you whilst I've got it? Oh, TradingView. So my TradingView journal. So TradingView allows me to log all of my trades on a daily basis. I'm able to tweak my strategy. I'm able to tweak my performance where I perform well, where I ignored my strategy. It allows me to do everything like that, and that's trading view. Trader view, not to be mistaken or confused with trading view, which is the charting platform. I use trading view for deeper analysis, deeper technical research on stocks to trade and to pick. The software I use to trade is Daytrader, and I may have an offer for people on the course a little bit later today. They've given me a discounted price for my students only, which I will be sharing with you. Totally pass through if you want to use Daytrader. So that's as a simulator, that is. You'll be able to use it with your broker, because your broker will give you access as part of their service if it's something that they allow you to trade with. So check out the TradeNet funded accounts, where you can get good funded account values to trade live on the stock market with minimal risk, minimal down input. And Interactive Brokers is my broker of recommendation. I trade mostly with capital markets, but the two that I split my time with and split my revenue with is Interactive and Capital Markets. Capital Markets is an offshore broker. They are insured by Lloyd's of London, but some people are a little bit iffy about working with an offshore broker, which is why I would recommend Interactive Brokers instead. So Interactive Brokers are one of the premier brokers worldwide. You can trade with Daytrader with Interactive. I've got my retirement account, which is a SIP or self-invested pension plan with Interactive. I've got a couple of cash accounts which I use for long-term investing and holding positions. I've got about 4 accounts with Interactive and only 2 with Capital Markets. So where do I find this? Going back, Linktree in my profile, the link in my profile. That's where you find all that. Go check it out, and I'll come back to the stream now. Do I trade options, Ragged Lou? Yes, I do trade options. I don't trade options as often as I do trade kind of intraday trading. I use Interactive Brokers for the options chain. I trade options with Interactive Brokers, and that's I've got one of my cash accounts is purely with Interactive Brokers for that. I don't use margin when I'm trading options, and that's what it's for. And do I scalp? Occasionally scalp, but I'm not looking for micro moves. So I will scalp a volatile stock that moves up quickly. I'll take profits quickly, and if it moves back, I might just exit for break even on the remaining part of that position. That's where I would scalp. If a stock is particularly volatile, I would scalp for just making quick gains. Scalping is a lot more difficult than it looks. Believe me, I've tried doing it as a full-time strategy. You have to be right a high proportion of the time with scalping, and the reason for that is that your risk-reward ratio goes right out to cock. So you end up making 5 cents. 10 cents is probably a really good scalp, but you make 5 cents here, 4 cents there, 6 cents here, 3 cents there. And the thing is, with scalping, it's a better strategy if you've got a zero commission broker, and the only reason for that is every time that you scalp and every time that you make a quick win, you get hit by commissions. So if you've got a zero commission broker, scalping can be a better strategy, but you have to have a high level of accuracy. Just saying. Have I ever used the broker Tastyworks? No, I haven't used a broker for Tastyworks. You're looking for a broker to do options trading in the UK? Try Interactive Brokers. That's who I use. I'm in Dublin. I'm not in the UK. I'm in Ireland, but you can use Interactive Brokers in the UK, and they've got a great options chain. Have I ever bought something and thought, well, that was a waste? Okay. Not sure what you mean by that, but go ahead. What laptop do I use? I'm using a HP Pavilion. It's a gaming laptop. I would say if you're looking at investing in hardware for day trading, investing in a gaming specified computer. Now the format doesn't matter. So it could be a desktop or it could be a tower. It doesn't really matter. Or like me, it could be a laptop. Now the reason I chose a laptop over a desktop or a tower was simply because I was doing a lot of traveling and I like to travel. So I would like the ability to be able to trade whilst I'm traveling. Jump on the hotel Wi-Fi. I've got a couple of portable monitors and I can get a similar setup, maybe one monitor less, get a similar setup whilst I'm traveling. And it's only, what, 90 minutes to 2 hours a day. So yeah, get yourself a gaming setup in terms of specification, a gamer laptop or a gamer tower or a gamer PC. And that's what I use. It's a HP Pavilion. Yes, I've seen Netflix today. I've been saying watch Netflix on the 4-hour time frame. Watch Netflix for the first candle to make a new high on the 4-hour time frame. It might not be today, it might not be tomorrow, but the first candle on the 4-hour time frame to make a new high, you probably get a bounce, and you probably get a good $10-15 bounce. It did this in January. It dropped a similar amount in January when they had the last time they had earnings. So they released earnings yesterday, and that's why they're down. And they had a similar situation in January as well. That's Netflix, and it could be a good one for a bounce, a reversal play, because Netflix will come back. I don't know if they'll come all the way back up to kind of 350, but they'll come back and they'll bounce. So look for the 4-hour time frame. First candle to make a new high. Do a bit of research, do your own due diligence, but that could be a good entry point, and then ride it up. If you're looking to make $10 on it per share, maybe only risk $2, maybe only risk $3, something like that. Try and get a 3 or a 5-to-1 ratio on that, or a 4-to-1 ratio. Get a good ratio on your risk, and if it continues to sell off, you cut your loss. That's what I would say with Netflix, at least. And I'll be watching on the 4-hour. You don't get a 4-hour time frame on gas, unfortunately. So I'll be watching that on my trading view. Ooh, went lightheaded. Oh. Nothing else moving, and Servco just popped up on green on the day briefly. That's just made quite a 10% move. Low volume though, that's the problem with that. Houston American, looks like the energy stocks are making a rally. So the energy sector is starting to rally. Guys, check out the energy sector. We'll pop forward that. Yep, it is. Indonesian's having a bit of a pop-up. Because with an Indonesian energy, if it's low volume, spreads tend to be quite wide. At the moment, they're 50, 25 cent spreads. More than 26 cents. Just be careful. So the markets are having a good one. So the S&P's doing well. The wider market as a whole, Standard and Poor's, so the NYSE as it will, that's doing well. Nasdaq is having a really good day today. It's not funny because the wider markets, so the Russell index is almost a percentage point up, but Nasdaq is 0.7 down. Nasdaq sold off at the open, whereas despite a bit of a bounce, Nasdaq didn't follow suit. Russell bounced, Nasdaq didn't follow suit. Yeah, so interesting divergence between those three markets. I just had a look at Indo, but the spreads on Indo are huge. You're getting 15-20 cent spreads on Indonesian energy at the moment. When it gets volatile, I mean, the spreads are still big on Indonesian energy, but when it does get volatile, the range becomes big enough that you can cover that spread with your risk. At the moment, the range isn't big enough on Indonesian. If you just pull up the Indo chart right now on the 5-minute, if you look at this on the 5-minute, range isn't big enough to cover the risk. If we're talking about over 5 minutes, it's kind of 80 cents, and 20 cents is the spread. So you've got a 4-to-1, a 3-to-1 risk straight away just on the spread. Just be careful with Indonesian energy if you're going to trade it. Take 1,000 shares of Indonesian energy, you're $200 down before you even start, without any price action taking place, just on the spreads. Now you can try and buy in between the spreads, but whether you get filled is another matter. Okay, well, it's kind of slowed down. I'm happy with my 4K. Point in time. And TikTok stream has just died, so my phone died. Not plugged in. Okay, with that, I'm going to end the stream on YouTube and Twitch as well. A few things I need to do. So I will be back later, maybe for Power Hour. Let's see. There's enough, if there's enough activity. I don't think I'll be watching the City Brighton game. I'll be hoping that Brighton win, but other than that, I'll be back later. All you guys, stay classy and stay profitable. Enjoy.